You ever catch yourself scrolling through a tragedy on your phone? Earthquake, accident, some personal devastation, and realize you felt nothing? Just a flick of the thumb, next post, keep moving. Yeah, that's not because you're broken. That's because your brain is adapting to a world that demands constant emotional output with zero emotional input. We're going to talk about how your digital environment is quietly rewiring one of your most human abilities: empathy. And fair warning, some of you are going to want to throw your phone at the wall. Don't. I need you to finish this first. Here's something wild. Researchers at Cincinnati Children's Hospital found that high screen time in young children, we're talking ages 3 to 5, was linked to structural differences in brain areas responsible for empathy, emotional processing, and complex memory. The frontal lobe, basically your brain's CEO for impulse control and understanding others, showed less gray matter development. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but I'm not 3. True, but neuroplasticity doesn't stop at kindergarten. Your brain is still adapting, still pruning, still wiring itself based on what you feed it. And here's what we're feeding it: a diet of faces without bodies, voices without breath, emotions without context. A comment section is not a conversation. A reaction emoji is not a reaction. Your brain knows the difference, even when you don't. There's something psychologists call experiential avoidance, basically using screens to dodge uncomfortable feelings. Stressed? Scroll. Lonely? Scroll. Anxious about real connection? Scroll faster. The irony is brutal. We're using tools designed for connection to avoid the very vulnerability that makes connection possible. And empathy, real empathy, requires vulnerability. It requires sitting with someone's pain without fixing it, without scrolling past it, without making it about you. Studies on adolescents found that problematic social media use actually correlates with lower emotional intelligence over time. Not because the apps are evil, because they're efficient. They give us the simulation of understanding without the cost of actually feeling. Let me be slightly annoying for a second. You know how people say attention is the new currency? They're not wrong. But here's the part nobody mentions. Empathy is expensive in that economy. Genuine emotional engagement takes time. Algorithms hate time. They want velocity, not depth. So your feed gets optimized for outrage, for envy, for the quick emotional hit, not the slow emotional work of actually understanding another human. The result? We're training ourselves to respond to complexity with dismissal, to meet difference with defensiveness, to treat every interaction as transactional. What do I get from engaging with this? That's not cynicism. That's conditioning. And it's happening whether you consent or not. Okay, here's the part where I don't just depress you. The brain is plastic. That's the whole point. What got wired can get rewired. Start small. One conversation a day where you don't look at your phone. Not because you're disciplined, but because you're curious. What does this person actually feel? Not what are they posting? What are they experiencing? Notice when you reach for your phone because you feel something uncomfortable. That's the moment. That's where empathy lives, in the gap between stimulus and your escape. Your digital environment isn't going away, but your capacity for genuine human connection isn't either. Not if you protect it. Not if you choose, deliberately, to be slower than your feed wants you to be. Curious human. Now you know.